Так, гутен мутен, дамы и господа. Продолжаем прохождение Starfield. Ага, поменял монитор. Заодно вот проверим, как... Поставил моды, но что-то я теперь не пойму. Что там по модам, как оно этот... Почему такое поставил, работает оно, не работает. Пока сам не знаю, так сейчас быстренько надо будет проверить звук. Так, ну вроде бы звук есть. Вроде бы все есть. А сегодня еще поиграем обязательно в фифу. Это прям обязательно. Так.
안녕하세요.
Чё? Какая-то пиздоглазая тетя. Так, а мне надо было найти... Слушай, я уже забыл. Я пытался поставить мод на инвентарь, но я не знаю, почему, блядь, не работает. Все вроде бы стало, все вроде бы поставилось. В чем прикол? Там такой мод, тут все так расписывался инвентарь. Так. Навыки. Что у меня? У меня одно очко навыков. Лазеры. Сертификат на пистолет и сертификат на дробовик. Физические. Так, ранг 2 доступен. Максимальный запас здоровья увеличивается на 20%. Я пока, наверное, оставлю, так как есть-то все, блядь. Астродинамика, ну тут чёрные. То есть надо будет почитать, наверное, что пока есть, или просто потом разобраться с этой штукой всей. Так.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use old, abandoned facilities as outposts. You know, the ones left over from the colony war.
Так, ну мне надо сюда наверх.
Thing about the trade business? Who you know matters as much as anything else. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, I would be more than happy to help you.
А какое законное
If you are
дело?
here under false pretense, say sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing
Чё она несёт, блядь,
legitimate
алло?
here to report to her. And I'd ask that you pass along my request to stop these silly games. So, what'll it be?
Так, ну-ка подожди-ка, мне вот... А будет ли у вас? Нет. Частоты вам не видно. Так.
Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be intimidated. Please, let me know if I can assist you further. You won't find a better selection or more reasonable prices anywhere.
Так, купить. А я хочу продать. А я хочу продать. Так. Грандель. Их 2. А, ну так и этот продадим. Так. Кредит торговца. Так. Зона, это что за херня? Лазерный пистолет, оружие ближнего боя. Лазерная винтовка. Это что такое? Слушай, ну у меня и нет такого, что там продать, да?
We've been in New Atlantis for a very long time, before most things topside were built. With lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and discreet access to the spaceport, it makes sense to stay. It's had the unintentional
недолгий
but
будет
not
стрим.
unwelcome side effect of weeding out people who can be
Чатик с копейками, там
timid
попробуем
about doing
поделать
business.
какие-то задания.
I thought the name made it rather obvious. We are the authority on trade in the settled systems. Whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, or individual requests, we make sure things get where they need to go. We have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with nearly every major corporation and faction there is. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be more specific. We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around town. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for, well, I can't really help you then.
Так, ладно.
If you need anything else, you know where to find us.
Ну пошли, я вот это сейчас ей продам.
If there's something you need, no matter what it... Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. For example, the Trade Authority uses them to post cargo hauling jobs.
Пиздец.
You'll usually find mission
Ну
boards in
что за
bars,
бред, блядь?
typically ones nearest the spaceport. You might be able to find them elsewhere, but that's your best bet. The Trade Authority has access to... Be my guest. Of course, of course. The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
Так, а я из робота могу достать этот?
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you. May I take some things?
Так, что я могу еще взять? Ну ладно, допустим. Подожди.
It's cliche, but it's true. Of course, of course.
Так.
pleasure dealing
Тут
with
пока
you.
въедешь, блядь, что надо продавать, что надо отдавать.
Lodge is here in the city. I will keep your items safe, Captain.
Так. Водоворот. Боезапас. А, у меня боезапаса нет, да? Три 4:30.
How can I be of assistance?
У меня тоже 3-4 броня. Рейдерский ранец. Так, это все не то. Так, легендарный дробовик изменен. Дальность 170. Так. Дальность 28. Ладно, пока пусть останется так, как есть. А что мне надо по... Вот задание. Так. Отследить утечку энергии в колодце в Новой Атлантиде. Мне нужно найти ряд распределительных коробок.
What?
Как мне сюда теперь попасть на этот верх?
Everything else tastes a little funny going down.
You don't say.
Привет. Ну вот, так это не сюда. Слушай, ну это какая-то хуйня, блядь. Я просто нихуя не могу понять, а где мне найти эту хуйню, блядь.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Ай, так, ну явно какая-то хуйня, блядь, просто хуйня.
sake of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Так, а как надо было смотреть по... Кстати, а что у нас по настройкам? Ничего там, надеюсь, не сбилось, блин. Да, вроде бы нет. Привет, привет, Антон. Да, будет в часов 9. В 9 часов точно будет. Как раз сегодня начнем карьеру за манагера. Блять, что навигатор нельзя, сука, добавить нормальный? Так, давай сохраняемся.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Right, sure. Of course.
Денежки мне
I was
давай.
able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Какие-то, блядь, квесты, херпросы какие-то. Ну, тут что-то типа отражений, блядь. Так. Ну идем уже, блядь, что застыло-то? Они медленно ходят. Есть хаос какой-то. Так. Ну, тут, наверное, надо будет сейчас сохраниться. Я вот не знаю, применился ли мод на улучшение изображения.
Visit from last. How delightful. You'll have to
I know
remember.
your type. Freewheeling spaces.
This was pretty low on the list of things I wanted to do today. I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Да, она наебет.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? That's dramatic, but reassuring, I guess.
Так, ну-ка, давай-ка мы сохранимся.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions.
Так, а как
Someone
поменять
must
опять
be
этот?
using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the trade authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I
Ну,
presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the trade authority will compensate you for your time?
ну
I'll
давай.
coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With
Давай
masks and
опять.
access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the
Captain,
details with Zoe.
Constellation will
So
be
why
waiting
don't you
for
go
you at
investigate
the
the next junction box? Maybe Zoe really is telling the truth. Honestly, I have no idea. I think that's actually even more concerning, and that's saying something.
Ой, блядь.
Does it matter? Sure seems like this is happening one way or another. I don't trust her, but I'll keep an eye on her.
Вот снова идти надо. Вот куда? Если, допустим, сюда. И как мне туда попасть? Да уж.
Boom! Did I scare you?
Мне вот всегда нравится, в кавычках, конечно, нравится, что вот во всех этих там звездных всяких войнах, там еще какой-то хуйне. Всегда на огромной планете, блять, один город какой-то всегда будет. Блять. Но это мне не даст ничего. А мне надо туда как-то попасть. Так. Такс.
Hey there. You should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
Блять, миссия какая-то реально
I
долгая.
appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order. Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
However, we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Блять. А куда надо-то идти, я так и не понял. Очень странно мутная игра, блядь. Очень странно мутная.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation before she returns. I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I traded valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
You have the final choice on you.
Our whole office is getting moved to the garden.
Ах, тут же он еще устает, да, надо ж.
So I got some last spacer shit, but then I realized my tank's rubber.
Надо не загонять его в этот, красную зону. Слушай, кадры прыгают, как суки. Или это адаптивно этот?
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
One never knows when information might be useful.
Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Ой, блядь, сильно много пиздят, и я вообще не понимаю смысл каких-то этих источников. Слушай, ну давай попробуем, я не знаю, сохраниться. Ага. Подожди, я что-то не могу понять. Странные, блядь, отмычки. Ну вот же должно... Я не... Я не въеду, блядь, все равно в эту хуйню. Чё и как одно от меня хочет, блядь. И так не хочет, и так не хочет. Слушай, какая-то, блядь, просто срань, блядь. Блять, у меня какая-то... Квартира будущего, блять. Хера себе конфорок, блять. Я столько конфорок. Статус программы на паузу, величина кредитная. Так. Ага. Галбанк. Хм. Так, ну я просто не пойму теперь. А где вот теперь мой... Блять, какая-то муть. Ну и где вот... Того, что кто-то использует огромные мощности для взлома системы Галбанк, но в этом... Или Зои Камински. Мне кажется, лучше отдать из торгового управления, потому что та дурочка не сделает вообще нихуя, блядь. Да еще и заплатит так. А на мораль мне глубоко насрать.
Several areas currently zoned as residential are seeking to allow home-based businesses.
Да уж. Я не знаю, может здесь реально пробежать чисто сюжета и не ебать. И не ебать клопа. Ай, привет, привет. Передаю тебе привет, геймплей.
Have a good one.
Hey there.
Я тебе уже передал привет. Не надо 25 раз писать. Одно и то же. Не имеет смысла. Так. Все, конечно, хорошо. Ну, что-то какие-то побочки здесь особо не очень-то интересные получаются. По крайней мере, пока, блядь. Какой-то хуйней занимаемся. Так, ну что, здесь сохранимся.
You're going to hand over what you've discovered, yes? Do you have something for me?
Да, будет ФК-24 в 9 часов вечера.
I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us.
I trusted you.
Oh my. Someone was attempting to hack Galbank? And at a glance, it appears they may have
Ой, слушай, вообще похуй, что ты мне там доверяла, блядь. Если честно. Так, блядь, где задание? Глянь, тут можно еще, да? Да, в 9 часов 21:00 будет все. Обязательно будет карьерку начнем за тренера. Но там, говорят, какие-то изменения, поэтому... Посмотрим, что они там, блядь, добавили. Так, надо потихонечку запоминать, конечно, города эти.
This alarming to say the least. Well, there's good news and
Ну, давай с плохое так. Будет
the
прикольно.
good news is that my suspicions were correct.
А чё
There
ничего
is
нового?
something wrong with the tree.
Нормально
I
там?
report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of
Там же ж
satisfaction.
обещали режимы, короче.
The phrase,
Ну,
"I told
посмотрим,
you
да.
so",
Я ничего не хочу загадывать.
more than once. Yes, it does feel good to be right, particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly.
То есть пойду я, наверное, здесь
That
по сюжету,
is,
потому что я
however,
что-то
is
вообще не
that
могу въехать.
the
Что это
internal
за...
composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now
Задания
regularly emitting
какие-то, ну,
ultra-low
мягко
frequency
говоря,
sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength.
не
This
ахтим.
is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with
Ты
my
имеешь в виду
colleagues at
видео в
Mast at
Твифе, что
once.
ли?
Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Ну, я понял, да, хорошо. То в Фифе уже будем разговаривать за Фифу. Такс. Проверить кого-то на позже, поговорить с сержантом. Ну, давай, наверное, сюда вот. Отключаем лужу. Кто еще там приперся? Одну секунду. Буквально секунду. Так, ну чё, так. По основному заданию, да? Ну, давай по основному заданию. Ложа каких-то, блядь, чародеек, что ли. Я бы еще последовал какие-то бы планеты, кстати говоря.
Here we are, the lodge.
Ложа, дверь должна открыться, когда вы поднимете часы, которые вам дал Барретт.
I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
И как поднять эти часы, блядь? Ну часы, блядь, как поднять? Ой, сука, ну... Фу. Окей, ждем-с. Блять, сколько они всякого говна, блядь, налепили. От того, чего надо, блядь. Во, оно само, блядь. Ну точно Xiaomi с NFC, блядь, сделали. Хотя, блядь, до сих пор не могут сделать. Только, по-моему, 8 Pro есть NFC уже.
Everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm saying is so outlandish? All the we appear to have
Чё за долбоёбы, блядь?
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to
Добро пожаловать в созвездие, на Земле есть о чем поговорить. Расскажите, пожалуйста, что случилось с вашим другом.
Why you're
Почему
here
ты
and
здесь,
he
а не он?
isn't. I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical.
И наш первому сотруднику, который он пользуется, ну, типа нельзя было, да?
Walter,
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen.
Да это еще что за дурачок?
Artifact.
thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Ну и чё?
Do you all believe me now? Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
Даже читать не хочу этот бред, блядь, который они там говорят.
Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Блядь.
Please, we need to analyze what you found.
That's it.
Какой-то, блядь, металлолом, сука, ебаный, блядь.
Imagine. We thought there were only two of them.
Я
at
буду
first.
тащиться, если, блядь, игра о сборе, блядь, металлолома.
God, that's it. They're reacting.
Ah.
Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2000.
Короче, предтечами создана какая-то херня.
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this...
Если отвечу нет, игра закончится, блядь.
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity
Ну
from
да,
uncharted
куски
reaches
говна
of space.
собирать, наверное, по всей
As to what
галактике,
they
блядь.
are, what they're building. Well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. Fair enough, but you need a place to stay in the city, right? Why don't you settle in here? We owe you that much. Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? Hmm? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Так,
It's been quieter around here ever since Black
8 косариков добавили кредитов, ну хорошо, ладно. Первая миссия, так. С нового квартала. Я потом прокачаю это все, пока мне это просто не нужно. Просто надо знать, наверное, что прокачивать, и я постараюсь потом моды еще поставить, да накатить, блядь, нормально.
Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Так, ну я думаю, на этом мы закончим.
Well, Constellation's been around forever.
С ней поговорю и все.
But we only became
Ну, что я
aware of the
хочу лучше в
artifacts
фифу
recently.
поиграть. Ну, это пиздец,
Barrett
меня
discovered
что-то
the first one
Starfield
about 2 years ago,
поднагружает
under
под
our
вечер,
noses.
блядь.
And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. Sure, I'm not trying to
Я вообще,
suggest otherwise.
блядь, даже не
I
читаю, о
wasn't
чем они
there
там
when it
пиздят,
happened.
блядь.
I'm just thinking it through. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Так,
Oh gosh, no. I mean that's flattering, but really we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's
блядь.
still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we
Это
post anything specific
некая
related.
организация,
A type
либо
of
какие-то
alien
ученые. Ну, это
flora,
похоже,
fauna,
некая просто
or a planet
организация
with a
сама
specific
собой, там не
quality,
государственная,
like if it's
ничего, блядь.
primed to have life but doesn't yet. Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm
Короче,
really trying to
как раз
improve is the
часик,
overall
думаю,
database of
нормально.
xenobiology. I don't know if it will
Ну,
help
что
in this
нас
case,
напиздил,
but
что-то
the more we
Starfield.
know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Понятно, там один богатей.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library.
Ну, давай.
Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big
Так,
to-do
вот,
at the
основатель
time, but most
компании.
people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Не, ну микрофоне в ней, мягко говоря, ну, то есть, нормально говоря, еще довольно-таки ничего, блин. И похуй. А вот анимация это
So
просто
this is the
пиздец.
bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Ёбаный рот, блядь. А, это моя комната.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy.
Так, ну что? Давайте мы, наверное, просто сделаем вот так. Вот так. Вот так и вот так. И на этом становимся, а через полчасика начнем фифу. Так что пока, адьос, амигос.